Mark Cuban just dropped a bombshell. He has predicted something that should make us all sit up and listen. And if you don't know who Mark Cuban is, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but he owns the Dallas Mavericks or sold part of it down now, but he used to own it outright, which is an NBA team. He's like one of the main guys on Shark Tank USA. He's like a serial entrepreneur and investor. His net worth is almost $6 billion US. The guy knows what he's talking about, and he spends all his time looking at trends and looking at the future and trying to make money off it, essentially, right? So this guy talks, you listen. Okay, so what did he say? What did he say, and why am I mentioning that on this podcast today? He said, and I quote, "Within the next 3 years, there will be so much AI, in particular AI video, people won't know if what they hear or see is real, which will lead to an explosion of face-to-face engagement, events and jobs. Those that were in the office will be in the field. Let's call it the Milli Vanilli Effect." Okay? Now, the Milli Vanilli Effect, I was like, what the I've heard of it, but it didn't really make sense. It was a band from the 80s. Apparently, they got caught lip-syncing and had a Grammy taken off of them. And it's been more popularized recent times about we don't know what that difference is between fake and real, okay? So, we've seen it, right? And this one I wanted to bring up because we can really think about our desks, how we recruit, what we're doing at the moment, how will this affect the way we do what we do, okay? Like, we're seeing it now. If you have seen Google's recent release on their AI automation around videos, like they're making Hollywood quality films with sound. You can't. You look at it, you go, you know it's fake. So you're kind of like, oh yeah, it doesn't look quite real, but far out. We are that close from having no idea what. I saw one yesterday. It was a news reporter reporting on some ridiculous things that were happening, and it was over the top on purpose. It was AI, and she turned around, looked at the camera, and said, "I'm not real. I'm AI." And it was scary. It was scary. So what he is saying, what Mark is saying about, are we going to be able to discern the difference between real and fake? 100% we will not be able to. 100% we will not be able to. You can already see the seeds of it happening now. People are using AI automation, bots to make posts on LinkedIn accounts already. We can see it. We can spot it a mile away, but it will not be long until we can't. So then, I'm calling my pub recently and I get Sadie, the AI lady, answer the phone. I was like, oh my God, my first AI bot, and I listened to it. It was bloody good. It sounded like a bot, like I could tell, and they told us it was a bot. But at what point do they not tell us that it's an AI bot? And at what point do we just think, oh, like I didn't realize that was an AI person? And when more and more and more of this happens, I can totally see what Mark's saying about we're going to be like, I want face-to-face communication here. I want to know that who I'm talking to is real. I can totally see that happening. And I reckon if you look back over the last 5 years, right, and if you're a recruiter listening to this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. 5 years ago, no one posted on LinkedIn, unless it was a job. I didn't post unless it was really work-related and very professional. Maybe it was a white paper. Maybe it was a salary review. There was none of this posting that we see, this ridiculous garbage we see now, which is just Facebook-style posting, right? Because people got comfortable with posting on LinkedIn, and the big push was you need a profile. You need an online profile. People need to see who you are. They need to know who you are so that when you do reach out to them, they know who you are. So the last 5 years, the big push was create an online profile, create an online brand, okay? And I would say in the last year, what has really taken over from that narrative for recruiters is AI. AI, automation, AI agents. How can you build it so that you can do more with less, okay? And that's still the push now, okay? And I would say the full circle moment for us is going to be in a few years' time, if Mark's correct, and I can totally see what he's saying, back to the face-to-face. We're not going to be worrying about our online brands. We're not going to be worrying about AI so much. We're going to be going, how do I get in front of more people with real-life interactions? Because that's where the truth is going to be. That's where that trust is going to be built, because they know that who they're talking to is real. It's going to get fucking scary out there, guys. So what I want to do today is give you a couple of things you should be doing now. And whoever jumps on this sooner rather than later, particularly coming out of COVID. I still mention COVID. It's 5 years ago now. 5 years ago now. But that shut the world down. And I think the habits of recruiters are still bad from COVID, i.e. we're not getting out of our house. We're doing everything online. We're still doing Teams meetings. We're not going to the office, okay? So the ones that are listening to this going, where do I get my gains? Where do I get the easy gains right now? What's my cheat sheet? Fuck, mate, face-to-face. Get in the office. Do things in person. That is the next push. That will be the next narrative. You won't hear it much. You'll hear it here. If Mark is correct, and I would bank on a $6 billion dude who looks at the future for a living, I would bank on his things. And if you're smart, you know what I'm talking about. You see this happening as well, right? How many times do you go to a face-to-face meeting with a client and you come back going, that was so worth it? You rarely go to a face-to-face meeting and think that was not worth it. Rarely. Very rarely. But here's some tips, right? I know how lazy you are because I'm lazy too. We're all inherently lazy. So I want to give you two lists. I'm going to give you a hard list and an easy list, okay? So here's the easy list. Let's do the easy list. These are things you can do today. These are things you can do tomorrow. Just I want you to think about these before you take action, and you might be on your way to be doing more of those face-to-face interactions. So the simple ones are this, right? If you have a call to make today, can it be done via video? Can it be done by video? Just think, I've got to make a call today. Hey, I could actually make that. You got a client call. Can I just make this a Teams call, please? Just start getting in the habit of making them video calls. You build so much more trust with your eyes than you do with your voice, okay? If you're finding that you're about to send an email or a text to a candidate or a client, think, could this be done on the phone? And if the answer is yes, pick up the phone and call, okay? Do it via a call rather than an email or a text, because email and text could very easily be a bot. They're probably the two easy ones, okay? So it's basically, how can I replace activities I'm currently doing today with things that are more face-to-face and real life, okay? And that's without leaving the comfort of your desk. The harder list, okay? And when I say harder, it's just more time involved. And Gary Vee does this brilliantly, right? And I think this is it. When you think meeting, you think an hour of your time, okay? When you think, I'm going to have a meeting with a client, it's got to be, who decided that it would be an hour? Who actually made that rule up? It makes zero sense. Gary will say, let's get it done in 15 minutes. And you set the tone. You go, I want to come and see you. I'm going to grab you a coffee. It's going to go from 12 to 12:15. We're going to grab the coffee. We're going to walk away and our coffees will still be hot. But what I want to talk about is this and this. Is that cool? Yes. You'll get 4 meetings done in an hour and you will walk away, with having built so much more trust with your clients. They will appreciate that you've been swift like that. But this difficult list looks more like this, right? If you want to get ahead of the curve, get ahead of the trend, build the trust, build the reputation, it needs to be done face-to-face in real life. So what are these things? They're obvious. I'm not going to give you anything revolutionary here, but it's one-on-one meetings, okay? Coffee catch-ups, the 15-minute coffee catch-up. Do 4 in an hour. Do 8 in 2 hours. Holy shit, could you do that? Challenge yourself. Lunch catch-ups. Who are you going to buy lunch for? Just everyone's going to eat. Go and grab something to eat. What about a walking meeting? Hey, I really want to catch up with you. It's probably a 10, 15-minute call, but what if I met you at the office, we put our runners on, we went for a 20-minute walk instead, and we talked as we went. It's going to be unique. It's going to be real relationship-building stuff, okay? Then you kind of go to the bigger stuff, like conferences. Are you sponsoring conferences? Are you attending conferences? Are you getting involved in conferences? Are you talking at conferences? Professional development, training sessions and meetups. Are you getting involved in that within your profession? Going to those pizza nights where they get their professional development points, all that sort of stuff. Are you being an active participant with your audience? Maybe you're hosting one of those nights. Maybe you're hosting a poker night with some technical trainers as well, so that they can go towards their professional development points, whatever that sector might be. You get my drift, okay? If we know this is coming, if we take what Mark Cuban says to be true, and to be honest, it is unfolding right now in front of our very eyes. If you watch your feeds on LinkedIn, if you watch your feeds at home on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, it is hard to know what is real and what's not in some instances, and it's only going to get worse. And I feel so sorry for our parents who are just going to those who take the Daily Telegraph as gospel. They are going to see stuff on social media and they're going to be so manipulated, and it's scary. It is scary, and it's going to happen. It is happening, okay? So how do we make that benefit us? we want to build real rapport, real credibility, real trust, the face-to-face. It's easy. Like, share, subscribe. It helps us grow. As always, have an amazing day, and may all your deals come true.